Welcome into Inside the Pack, here to get you back on the right track. Las Vegas, Sin City, the city of lights. This place has many names. Oregon has its swagger back. Towels swinging, players swaying. It was eye-catching. Bear Bryant's famous quote, "Offense sells tickets while defense wins championships," holds some merit, at least in the Broncos storyline. It's a wet and soggy day here on the campus of USC, but last night at UCLA, it was a dry spell that downed the Ducks. I saw an Oregon fan wearing a Gonzaga hat. I went up and asked him where he's from and what he's all about. He said he bought his Gonzaga hat yesterday. So I think Gonzaga's picked up a few Oregon fans for this game today. Winner stays is still their victory cry in March, but for a good chunk of Oregon's semifinal matchup against UCLA, it did not look like they'd be sticking around for Sunday. Well, they say revenge is a dish best served cold. Eager to avenge a late January loss in Boulder, Oregon was, in the words of Gus Johnson, cold-blooded. The Oregon-Washington college rivalry runs deep, and it heats up this weekend. While the games on the football field haven't been great, the softball squads are bringing the juice. Both rank in the top 5, and Oregon needs a series win this weekend to keep the regular season championship within reach. The Huskies won twice in Eugene last year and also beat the Ducks in the opening game of the Women's College World Series. So, Oregon feels like they have something to prove in Seattle. Oregon pitchers Megan Kleist and Miranda Elish are 2 of 25 finalists for USA Softball's Player of the Year. Both will play huge roles in Oregon's success this weekend at Washington. Oregon State spring practices are feeling like summer this week. So for Competition Wednesday, OSU sparred in overtime situations. The winners taking home a summertime treat. We're talking shaved ice. The Kona ice truck came blazing in with tropical music at the end of practice to deliver snow cones to the winning team. Now the scrimmage came down to a game-winning touchdown in overtime, so emotions were high. That punishment for the losing team, running gassers while watching that winning team soak up some sunshine and eat shaved ice. Spring game kicks off Saturday at 1. With day 1 of the NFL draft tomorrow, let's take a look at some Ducks and Beavers who will likely hear their names called over the course of the draft. Oregon offensive lineman Tyrell Crosby, projected to be the first of these names off the board, could go as high as a late first-round selection. That draft begins tomorrow at 5. Seattle Mariners in Chicago with a chance to win a second straight road series. Top third, Seattle down 1, and Nelson Cruz delivers. Gene Segura scores. It's Cruz's 8th RBI on the season, ties the game at 2s in the 6th. MZ, hammer time. Mike Zunino, solo shot into the bullpen in right. It's the go-ahead run. So the Mariners call on the best closer in the game right now, Edwin Diaz, to close this out, and he paints the black. Mariners battled back to win 2 straight. They take the series. They head to Cleveland tomorrow. Also of note, Ryan Healy, the former Duck, been on the disabled list. Mariners expected back this weekend. It was an unscripted summer rivalry. Sports anchor versus Sasquatch.
Tonight's headline reads, Sasquatch still missing.
When raced straight up, it was hardly contested.
Headline on the news tonight reads, Sky just couldn't stop messing with Sasquatch.
Until last week, I didn't know just who I was messing with.
So I was a Sasquatch at the Eugene Emeralds this summer.
Pierce Lacoste, a senior at Marist High School. And as it turns out, the Squatch has been racing all his life, beginning at the age of 1 with all-comers meets at Hayward Field.
I always used to get really upset because they give me the purple participation stickers, and if I got first or second, I'd be like, I want those ones. I wanted the blue and the red ones because the older kids got those ones.
16 years later, Pierce returns to where it all started. But now, he's a decathlete for the Ducks. Yeah. Pierce held offers from smaller schools for individual events, but after attending a camp at Hayward in June, a connection was born with 2017 Pac-12 decathlon champion Mitch Modine, and it changed everything.
I was like, hey, maybe you're not great at these events, but you can be phenomenal at this event where you get to do everything.
Modine started training Lacoste, having him try events he'd never done before. And in about 8 practices, Pierce proved to be a natural.
A few sessions, he was already jumping like 13 feet, and I knew that at that point we kind of had something that was going to take him a lot further than I think he even knew.
Lacoste can go far, But he's not going to have to travel far. The Eugene native will compete in his own backyard, where he's already experienced the Hayward magic.
Huge PRs every time. I always want to go back to Hayward.
Now Hayward is home, and the boy who was as mysterious as the character he played is a man of Oregon, training to be Hayward's next household name.